In this video, we're going to be looking at percentage of a number. So it's something that we actually see a lot in our real life examples, but hopefully by the end of this lesson, you know what the term percent means. And you can also find percentages of quantities and express them, one quantity as a percentage of another. So we might often do, as I said, get examples of this where you might be shopping or online shopping or something, and you see that example there. It says up to 50% off, and you get an item and you want to be able to determine what 50% of that item is, and you need to be able to calculate that. So we're going to look at two ways of how we can convert or find a percentage of a quantity. And again, we need to remember that percent means out of 100. So in both instances, we need to apply that out of 100 scenario. So the two methods that you're going to copy down are, the first one is we're going to multiply fractions. Okay, so if we can convert a fraction and then multiply that by 100, we'll get our percent. And the other way is a bit more of a mental arithmetic. We can apply it sort of internally, and that is converting to easy percentages. So look at the first method, which will be multiplying fractions. And you're going to follow these 4 steps. So step 1 is that you want to express the required percentage as a fraction. Okay, so if it's 25% on the example we said before, 50%, you want to convert that to a fraction. You're then going to change the of symbol to the multiplication. So we know that of means times. You'll then express the number as a fraction, and then you can complete simple multiplication of fractions. So this is what it looks like, a little example here. What is 25% of 60? So step 1, I've converted it to a percentage as a fraction. So it's 25 out of 100. Okay, so I know I've converted the 25% out of 100 into a fraction. I've changed the of to a multiplication sign, and then the number, so in this case it's 25% of 60, I've also converted that to a fraction. So it's 60 over 1. Anything that you add, any number you want to convert to a fraction, just add the denominator of 1. And then when we do multiplication of fractions, we get the answer of 15. So it's as simple like that, but let's do a couple of examples so you get a good idea. So I want to find out what 30% of 50 is. So step 1, as it says, is let's express 30 over 100 as a fraction. I'm going to change it from the of to the times, and then I want to find out what that, I'll change the whole number, or the 50, to a percentage, and now I can simply convert multiplication. So 30 over 100 multiplied by 50 over 1, I want to cross cancel, and I can cross cancel diagonally here, because they both have a factor of 50. So this will be 1 and this will be 2. So 30 times 1 equals 30 over 2 times 1 equals 2. And if I convert that to a mixed number, I can change that to 15, or half of 30 equals 15. So 30% of 50 equals 15. So I'm going to do another example. We've got 15% of 400, so a much bigger number now. Same process. Let's put the 15 to out of 100, and I want to multiply, of means times, 400 over 1. Okay, I'm going to cross cancel here. They both have a factor of 100. So I have 15 over 1, that will be 4, multiplied by 4 over 1, and I can just multiply numerators and denominators together. 15 multiplied by 4 equals 60 over 1, which is obviously going to be 60. So 15% of 400 equals 60. Now that's if you want to, it's sort of a written strategy. Now let's look at a more sort of a mental strategy that we can apply. And we call this convert easy percentages. So what you want to do is you want to convert to an easy percentage that you are repeating. And once you've done that, you then just keep repeating the addition until you get to the percentage amount. So this is what it looks like. I want to find out what 25% of 60. Now I know that 10%, okay, so 10% of 60 is going to equal 6 because I divide it by 10. That will be 6. So if 10% of 60, okay, if 10% of 60 equals 6, therefore I know if I double that, I have 20%. So I have 6 plus 6 will give me 20%. And then I'll need to add another 5% because I'm trying to get to 5%. So I can half, I know that, okay, if it's 10% equals 6, I know that 5% will equal 3. So now I've got my simple processes here. I can add 2 of these, which I've done here. So 6 plus 3 is going to give me 25%. So 6 plus 6 equals 12 plus 3 equals 15. So that's how you do converting to easier percentages, and you need to just find out a simple one there. So let's look at another example. We've got 40% of 80. So because it's ending there, let's find out what 10% is. So 10% of 80, again, divided by 10 will give me 8. Okay, so 10% of 80, let me do better writing here, of 80 equals 8. And I notice that there's 40%. So I'm going to multiply that. If that's 10%, I'm going to multiply it by 4 to get me to 40%. So 8 times 4 equals 32. So that's more of a mental process that you can go through. So we've looked at a written process, again, which is just multiplying fractions, and also a mental process. So if you can find an easy percent, so whether it's 10%, usually about 10%, 5% or 1%, and then you can just keep repeating that until you get to your percentage, is a way that you can do that. But as always, if you have any questions, make sure you write them down so we can look at them in a bit more detail as we go through. But that should be easy for you guys to do. Thanks, guys.